So listen, y'all. Y'all, this has been coming. I've been counting down. I've been waiting on my girl, Cali Alexandria. I need this in my life. Y'all don't understand what this is for me. So Cali about to go live with me. Hey Cali girl. Hey my cow. Alright, let me see y'all. Hold on. Can I do this? How I gotta do this? I need Cali up in here with me. Here she comes. Cause I give you the best of me. I can take control of it.
What's
Hi, my
up?
baby. Is that you on my screen? Is that you? Is
You
it
got it
you?
playing in the background.
Cause I'm cool with that. Hi. How are you?
I'm doing good, and you? What's up?
I mean, like, chilling like a villain, holla villain, like, or whatever, like, yeah, for all of that, or whatever, like,
I know that's right.
all of that. So, okay, first of all, I love you. You know we go back like 4 plus on the Cadillac. Like I love you the down, right? So let me first start with this. Thank you from the bottom of my heart as a fan of your music, as a lover of your artistry. Thank you for one coming back to the table. Thank you for giving us a single that is so relevant to right now. And I'm gonna tell you why I say that, but thank you. And thank you for your vulnerability in this place. I think sometimes artists get so caught up in the fame and the entertainment industry that they lose that genuineness of who they are. And one of the things I love about you is you've never lost of who you are. So thank you for that. And I love you from the bottom of my heart.
I
You and me will
love you
never.
too. I feel like you try to make me tear up. I'm a sensitive thug. Okay.
Listen, I asked you. I called your manager and I was like, she cannot cry tonight. We is not crying tonight. Okay, we're not. So tell me this. First of all, Cal Alexandria, where where you been? Now, before you tell me where you been, I gotta clear something up. So on my flyer, I put singer and songwriter. And everybody was in my DMs like, you spelled it wrong, you spelled it wrong. I'm like, no, I didn't. I'm like, y'all don't know Cali like I know Cali. So Cali, I need you to clear this for the record as I clear the room. When it comes to Cali Alexandria, the artist, and she's in the studio writing music, I called you a songwriter because Cali does this thing. I call it that Cali thing. Cali doesn't write a song. She sings the entire song while she's writing it. So most songwriters sit and just write. Cali sits and writes and sings simultaneously. So she's not just a singer. She's not a songwriter. She's a songwriter. So please don't get it twisted because she one of the few. But Cali, I know where you've been, but for those who don't know, I just gave y'all a hint because she been songwriting. But anyways, where you been, Kelly?
You know what? That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
I tell people all the time, it's okay to take a break,
Mm-hmm.
get back to yourself, and do things for yourself that you want to do. And
Yeah.
that's what I did. I found time to meet the love of my life and get married after failed attempts. We're not going to go into that.
Oh, okay. And that's one period.
So, I've been my man a little bit, and really just working on me and doing a lot of the things that I wanted to do. And some of that also goes in with my passion, but motivational speaking, mentoring, training and development, things of that nature. I've always been passionate about helping other people find, their spark and help them
Right.
where their strengths are. So
Okay.
that's one thing that I did. But yeah, I'm good. I'm happy to be back. And it really feels like I never left. So, when I hopped in the booth, Now you talked a little bit about my strategy when I'm writing
Right.
or writing. So literally, I remember it like it was yesterday. Me and Jay Stone were in the studio for the first part of the session. This was before everybody else came in.
Okay.
And I was listening to the beat. He made the beat. I listened to the beat, and then I had a little bit of wine. I went
Come on.
down. I came back after like a couple of minutes. I said, "Okay, I'm ready." So I actually go in the booth, and then I would record a couple lines, and I'd be like, "All right," and then I'll come back out, take a sip of wine. I lay down because there's this couch that I have to myself,
Okay.
in the room. So I would go in that room and I would lay down and just think about my thoughts and where I was in that place of what I was talking about, right? So just really putting myself in that mindset and the things that I wanted to say in that moment. When you get ready to say something and you're like, dang, I should have said that.
Right.
I wish I said that. At that point, I was like, what are all those things that I wanted to say in that moment of those situations? And so that's how it came about.
Shout out to Jay Stone, because this was another level, from the beat to the lyrics to the all of that. But before I tap into that, I got to tap into this. Understanding Cool With That is the release that you gave us. And before we get into the in-depth process of Cool With That, take me into the space of you as an artist. When you said to yourself, you know what, I'm ready to do something, right? Like, I'm ready to do something. What went through your mind when you first really decided to say, I'm going to put myself back into go mode? What was that conversation like between you and you?
It was something's missing. I don't feel completely fulfilled.
Okay.
There's something missing, and I knew what it was. It was the music. I don't feel right when I'm not making music. It just doesn't feel right.
Okay.
Like when you start doing something every day, let's say you going to the gym every day, then that one day you don't go, you might a couple of days or whatever, but your body's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
So I always found myself in a car listening to stuff like, dang, I wish I wrote this. Dang, I wrote this. Dang, I wish I wrote this. It's nice. And then when Jay Stone said, it's time, and KS hit me up, he said, it's time. And you hit me up, and y'all said, it's time.
Right.
I knew it was time to go back to what I love doing.
Okay.
I got it tatted right here. It says, music equals life. That's how I feel.
Come on, music equals life. Okay. So you say to yourself, I'm going back in go mode. I'm going. You get into that zone. Now, when getting into this zone, what kind of process as an artist do you put yourself into? Are you the kind of, I lock myself in the dark for a couple of weeks to figure out stuff? Do you need to just be in the studio for hours on end? What kind of zone do you get into to start to reignite the creativeness of you?
It really just depends, because inspiration can hit you anywhere you're at. I going to the store to get something, and then if I have a beat playing, or if I'm thinking of something, or if I think of a subject line or something like that, or a riff that I'm like, dang, that run hit hard, I'll literally stop, I'll park, and I'll record myself in that moment, whatever that is, just so I can come back to it. And then when I get to the studio, I can add on that.
Okay.
But I never try to write the entire song at one moment, because I feel like music is evolving, and it's not just evolving per day, it's evolving per minute, right? So if I felt that way last week in that moment, I might not feel the same way next week in that moment. So I always want to give myself the space to create, and not put myself like, oh, this has to be the hook, right? Absolutely. This has to be the verse. No, how do I feel when I stand in front of that mic, when I'm in the booth in that moment and I hear it? Where does it take me? And that's where I'm.
'Cause I can make you love me. I'll be cool with that. So before I get into the song, how do we get to this song, right? So I know, they don't know, when we got into Go Time, there was 5 songs. There was 5 songs, 5 became 3. 3 became 3. And 3 stayed 3 for a while because we could not. So as the artist who had to make the creative decision, because we were gridlocked, how did you choose, without giving the story of the song yet, but how did you choose Cool With That to be your, not introduction, not reintroduction, but to be your Guess Who's Bizet track?
You want to know the truth, the real truth?
And nothing but the truth.
I play it for my mama. I play them for my mama, and whichever ones mama go with.
So
that's
broke it for us.
My mama ain't never steered me wrong.
Shout out to my. Hey, Mama Cali, I love you.
Mama ain't never steered me wrong.
The reason why we're here, and again, thank you for doing this tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Cool with that. 3 words.
Mm-hmm.
Cool with that. Cool with that are 3 words that put you in a place of having to ask yourself, what are you cool with? What can you be cool with? And what are you not cool with, right? But it's not just, because I know in the video we approached Cool With That from a relationship perspective. But as I was going through the lyrics, because I can't make you love me, I'll be cool with that. I thought about, okay, relationship. But then I thought about friendships. Child thought about family ship, if you want to be real. I mean, and I was like, here she go. Here she go again. This thing she does where she gives you a song and a visual, and you think you know what she's talking about, but when you sit by yourself and you put it on loop, because you know I put it on loop, you be like, oh, no, she didn't. Yes, she did. So do me this favor. Cool With That. Cali, Alexandria. When you sat down in your creative space to write this song, where did this story come from as you told it lyric by lyric, line by line?
There was a time when I wasn't in a state of confidence that I am now.
Okay.
Okay. And I was cool with a lot of shit I shouldn't have been cool with. Okay. Just let that sink in. And I know a lot of people can relate to that. Looking back, there are a lot of things that we were cool with that we let slide, that when you look back, you're like, oh, I shouldn't have been cool with that.
Absolutely.
Right? I shouldn't have been cool with that. And so you get in that place of, okay, I'm upset. And then you realize that coolness, that's just maturity. And you understanding that everything doesn't have to get a reaction.
Okay.
Everything doesn't have to, you don't have to be in a place where you're letting everything take over yourself. Right? So when you talk about the relationship part,
come on.
That
was sad.
The relationship part, I think that was just I put myself in a really dark place. I went back to when I was in a position where I was giving a whole lot.
Okay.
And I could see that those things weren't being reciprocated.
Okay.
Or maybe just gaslighting and saying, oh, I'm going to do this. Just give me more time. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And just really not doing what you said you were going to do. Just do what you say you're going to do. So that's from the relationship standpoint. But then also it's with friendships too. Because everybody is not going to show the same love that you show them. Everybody's not going to be on the same wave as you. Everybody's not going to show up for you the way you show up for them. Absolutely. Everybody is not going to have your back. Everybody's not going to promote you like you promote them. Everybody's not going to tell you when you're not right. Tell you when you're doing wrong. Right. Tell me when I got a booger in my nose. Like, everybody is not that down. Right. Like, everybody's not that thorough. And I have to be cool with the fact that I was raised different, that I love different,
Yeah.
right? And I have to be cool with that because you can't set expectations for other people. That's how you get disappointed.
Woo,
right?
Child, wait a minute now.
Baby. So I learned to not put expectations on people and just be cool and meet them where they are. And then I can make the decision on if that's something I want to deal with or not. I can leave you where you're at, or I can be cool with it. But either way, I'm going to be me.
Now, understand this, right? So, cool with that, the track. For me, this is me. This is the DiamondKesawn Present Generation. Cool with that, the track represented strength, right? Because it was this strength to recognize three things. One, the situation you were in. And in realizing the situation you're in, whoever it is, whether it be relationship, friendship, or whatever, that takes some serious honesty with oneself. Then part two of that strength comes from recognizing what you're willing to accept in that situation. So first you had to accept the reality of what the situation is. Now you have to accept what you are willing to accept or not accept from the situation. And then part three, can you be cool with that, right? Like the realest portion of this song, cool with 3 words.
You gotta decide.
Cool,
you gotta decide what you're gonna do.
So
when I said, don't think I can take much more of this, that was a realization for me. I don't think I can take much more of this. Wrap this shit up. Wrap it up.
So, with you saying that, cool with that actually sits in multiple elements. Because you got to be cool with that if you're going to stay, but you also got to be cool with that if you're going to go, right? Like, there's no one-sidedness to cool with that. It's a multi-level layer approach, because whatever you decide, you got to be what? 3 words. Cool with that. Okay. So when you wrote it, right? When you wrote it and when you did the draft to it, what was the first thing you said to yourself?
Exactly what I just said. Don't think I can take much more of this. You said all you need is more time to love me, baby. And then you put my heart on the floor and walk over it. All this suffering. Yeah. And I don't like that. And then I said, so let me give you space, right? So let me give you space. You need it.
Let me do you a favor.
Give you space. You need it.
Take
it. It. I'm going to give you what you need.
Okay.
And I like even the part in the music video when I'm kind of smirking a little bit, like, you know, I know you might get into that later, but I was smirking in the music video in some parts where other people would be going through the same situation and they'd be so mad. And I'm just like, okay. It's okay.
Because we're going to talk about that in a moment. But you made the song. You said this is the one. You gave it to us. When you started the listening sessions, what was the biggest piece of feedback for you as the creative that lets you know this was it?
I think the biggest part of feedback was from KS. And he said,
come on,
this sounds like Cali, Alexandria. Wow. This sounds like you. And it didn't feel like I was writing it for somebody else, as I often do. I'm writing other songs for other people and things like that. He said, this sounds like you. And he could tell that I really meant everything that I put in on that track. And KS said, this sounds like Cali, Alexandria. And that's what I said, all right, let's run with it. And Mama said it's cool. So we
So let me tell you what happened on my side. I never told you this, but I'm gonna tell you. Y'all getting the DiamondKesawn Presents exclusive. She don't even know it's her song. So don't forget, I got the song before the public got it because we had to get together for the video.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, so you sent me the concept, and I'm like, oh. So I played the song, and I'm like, wait. So I'm like, my mind starts going. I'm like, how can I approach this? How can we, or whatever. So I got a select few of my people who I trust,
Mm-hmm.
and I just pressed play. They didn't know who it was, why it was, nothing.
You didn't tell me this. You didn't tell me this.
I pressed play. So the song played and it ended, and it was quiet. So I pressed play again, and the song played and it ended, and it was quiet. And I said, okay. I said, like always, give me the real. The people that I chose to be in this room are the people that I would give any project of mine and let them tear me apart, because I know that their rail is coming from an industry standard and they're going to give it to me right. And collectively, they all said, first of all, a couple people were like, we know it's Cali. I was like, first of all, mind your business. Like, ain't nobody asked you who it was. Just give it to me. But what they said to me in that moment, Cali, is why I had to dive in so deep. Because they said to me, tell her to get out my business. I said, okay, this is what we're doing. Because when you as an artist can make people feel like you're telling their story for them, when you as a creative can make people say to themselves, she's talking about me. And when you as an artistic entertainer can make people's feedback be, get out my business, and you don't even know them, it's the one. It's the one, the two, and the three. Because we cool with that. All right, so boom. So the song is ready. Baby, you did your thing. Jada did his thing. KS, everybody did their stuff. So it's time to shoot the video. I need to know the approach. Because, baby, according to these posts on your Instagram page, you had a heavy hitting team. Matter of fact, before we even get into the video, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Give them shout outs. Who came to the table for this visual that I got playing in my background?
There's so many people. My team is so amazing. So, of course, we have DiamondKesawn. Gotta have Diamond. People that came through, first and foremost, Diamond, KS, who is my manager, Jay Will, who is a stylist, D'Adrian, who is a stylist, Angelica, who is a stylist, that gave us look after look after look.
Baby.
Jay Stone, the producer. Then we got Kellen, the actor.
Baby.
We have Alexis Branch.
Baby.
Okay, my sis from Bliss
Baby.
came in and pulled up, my hairstylist, Agnes, my nail tech, King, my best friend, Tia, Sasha, like everybody, just overwhelming love.
And who shot the video?
Katie Gray. K.D. Gray, and he did an amazing job. Amazing.
So I need y'all to know, before we talk video, we get together, and it's this room of nothing but good energy, right? Sometimes you can walk into a set, and the energy's all killed, so you're like, I won't be here. But the energy in this room was love, because we all understood the assignment. The assignment was Cali. We came together for Cali. There was no egos. There was no, well, I do this, you do. Listen, Cali, tell us what you need, and we got this. And everybody came together and executed. So I want to ask you this. With this powerhouse team that you brought together, conceptually, what made you go this route with the visual for Cool With That?
I knew I wanted to accent some of the lyrics in the video. And when I was thinking about the video, after I was listening to the song over and over and over again, there's a part where I say, don't think I can take much more of this. You said, all you need is time, more time to love me, baby. And then I said, baby, again, in a deep voice. And then when I said suffering, and then I said suffering again in a deeper voice, I hit it at the low octave. I wanted a man to be there mocking me, like suffering. I wanted it to be that uncomfortable conversation that people are so afraid to have. I wanted that uncomfortable conversation on camera. And that's originally where it went to. And then we just built it from there. With the party scene, and with him giving me the jewelry and me throwing it. I think we were originally going to do a teddy bear, and then I was going to throw the teddy bear, but he came with the curvin on curvin.
Come on, teddy bear.
And then I hit up my homeboy Kellen. I was like, hey, he's been doing big things right now. I seen him like on some episodes of CSI. I seen him on Tubi. I was like, I need my friend. And we have been rocking for a long time. He was in some Bliss videos way back in 2000.
Wow.
15. So,
really?
Yeah. We did a video with Dondria where we remade the A. Marie, I Just Died. And Kellen was the love interest in that video as well. So we just
Kellen?
we just stayed in contact, and I was like, yo, bro, I need to pull up.
Come through.
And he did the damn thing too. So I'm very, very happy with how it turned out. And I love my whole team, my friends, my family. And I think really when you were talking about the energy, it starts with me, right? The energy that I have is what everybody else is going to feed off of. So I make sure that I give the energy that I want to receive. So if somebody comes in, they might be a little bit late, but they came and they brought everything they needed, and they're happy to be there, and they're ready to work. I'm so happy. I couldn't wait to see you. What do you need? How can I help you? You need anything? Tell me what I can do to help you. And that's what makes people fuck with you. That's what makes people want to work with you.
The long way.
Right?
Absolutely.
People want to work with you when you're pleasant to work with, and when you're positive, and when you're appreciative. And that's why I get so much love, because that's genuinely who I am. And that's what I want for everybody else. I want everybody to be happy. And if something's off around me, I want to make it right. What is it? I don't know.
I love that. So we hear Cool With That is out. We delivered it in a way where you press play, you get in tune, but you get to tell your own story with it. You pick and choose what angle you approach, right? Every fan and the consumer base as a whole gets to pick where they put Cool With That at. So for you as a talent, I want to be nosy.
What?
So
don't ask me nothing crazy. I will jump through this.
Cool With That is out. Song is out on all streaming platforms. Video is out. Y'all tap the link in her bio. It's there. Tap the link in mine. It's there. She's everywhere. Google Cali Alexandria. What's next? I mean, the weather getting good. I heard. Now, I'm not one to gossip. I heard you might be on stage. I'm just asking.
I
heard some stuff.
That yet.
So I'm just asking.
How did you know that?
I was like, yeah.
I have been invited to perform at the first annual Cinco de Mayo yacht party out in Tennessee. So it's gonna be a vibe. It's gonna be a vibe. And I'm doing a full 30-minute set.
Oh, baby, it's a show.
It's a show.
It's a show.
Yes.
Baby, it's giving production. It's giving options. It's giving track after track. It's giving.
Oh, listen. They gonna get their coins worth. They gonna get their coins worth.
So this is in Tennessee, Cinco de Mayo.
Yes.
So more news on that to be coming soon, right? I can expect to see that hit social media soon.
Yes, I have a power shoot coming up with Deadrian,
Come on.
Angelica, and
Come
J.
on.
Will, of course.
Come on,
Power
DH,
shoot.
Angelica, J. Will. Baby, when I tell you, y'all know, I wasn't invited, but y'all know I'm going to crash it and do a whole behind the scenes, baby. Like, what's good? Because that's what we do.
We're doing a power shoot for the calendar. Calendar.
I'm sorry, hold on. The what?
We're doing a calendar, which is part of an amazing Cali Alexandria giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna more
Oh,
to come.
I just want y'all to know I didn't know. So she gave me all the exclusives because I didn't know. Because y'all know if I knew I would have told y'all, but I didn't know.
Yes.
So we got you back on stage.
Back on stage.
We got you back in front of the camera playing dress up.
Dress.
But you not live. We got
ambassador deals.
KS doing his stuff, Dizzle in the background. You doing yes sir, Dizzle on the forefront.
Like, man, I don't feel, man. Sometimes I'll be like, man, I don't feel like doing this today. And KS will hit me right on time. He'd be like, Callie, how you feeling? How you feeling?
Because he know.
Yep. He'll be like Christian Academy. How you feeling? I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling all right. Feeling good.
KS, I'm cool with that. What?
I don't want to do.
Cool with that, KS. What do you want?
Yeah.
So, okay. You mentioned earlier about some of the things that are important to you with like the whole mentorship piece and things of that nature. I know that you've been doing more community work. So just give the fans this insight to Cali when she's not in front of the camera and when she's not in the studio. What are some of the causes and some of the isms that you really do fill your space with and your time with?
One of the things I'm most passionate about is training and development. So what that's going to look like for me now, as I get into, after I release this project, I'm looking to get more into the mentorship space as far as music is concerned. So what that's going to look like for me is going to be more writing, more behind the, choreographing, helping people find their look, using my resources, helping my team, with getting more clientele and things like that. So that's what that's going to look like for me. I just love, being able to help someone and then that light goes off where they feel inspired or they feel like, oh yeah, and it's crazy because I actually saw one of the girls that I used to mentor. I saw her out and about at a college fair, at a job fair at a college. And my face was on the poster for work. And she said, I know that girl, that's Callie. And they're like, Felicia? They're like, no, she's like, that's Callie. And she said, you don't remember when I was in the studio and you wrote that song for us? Bliss was in the studio and you were the one that wrote the song for me. And it was taking me a while to get it. And you looked at me and you said, you can do this, because if you don't do it this take, the session is over. And I don't remember saying that to her, but she said I said that to her, and that made her do it really well. And then of course she knocked the session out of the park, but she never forgot that she could do that under pressure, because I put that pressure on her. I told her, you can do this. I know you can, and you have
on pressure,
because if not, we going home. So
hey, baby girl, get it together real quick, baby girl. Yeah. So okay, now I want to play with you. I'm going to ask you a question that's going to be real hard for you. Cool with that, the video. Okay. You got one shot. Favorite look.
I got two. But I got two.
It's not about you.
Okay. Favorite look is the Versace bra. Favorite scene is the flowers.
Cause I came. Oh, as the titties pop up. You know?
Favorite look is the Versace bra.
That's my favorite look too. Because in this video, Cali Alexandria grew up.
But you know, I love to be whimsical and flowers and
Yeah, we
sunshine.
know, girl. We learned that real quick on set as the flowers was flowering.
But Adrian kind of pushed me to be a little bit more, you know, seductive in that scene. So I did like
I
that.
love it. I love it. I love the whole
On
video.
top, party on the bottom.
I love the whole video. So tell me this. All right. So we got shows coming up. We got more work coming up from you. We got calendar coming up for a special giveaway that they'll be learning more about soon. As you walk through and continue the rest of 2024, right? And all the good things that you do, that you're about, that you embark upon, to the young lady who's going to see cool with that and be inspired to figure out what she's cool with, to the young creative who's going to hear cool with that and want to write something that they become cool with, to the young entertainer who's going to see you and hear this interview and recognize that it's okay to live your life and take a step away and still be creative. If you could give them one piece of advice to hold on to from you to them, heart to heart, what would it be?
One piece of advice, only one.
Okay, 3.
If it's not going to affect you 5 years from now, you're not allowed to be mad for more than 5 minutes. So you got 5 minutes to be real pissed off. You can be pissed off. You can be mad about it. If it's not going to affect you in 5 years, you can't be mad more than 5 minutes.
Wow. I need a moment. 5 years, you get 5 minutes. Okay. Now, let's flip it. On the creative side, when they sit down and write and nothing comes to mind, what you gonna tell them?
You sit down to write and nothing comes to mind. My first thing to say would be, this is going to be so bad. Find a writer. If you're trying to write to something and you don't feel inspired by it and nothing is coming to mind, reach out to someone that isn't that possibly could be inspired, that could give you that hit that you're looking for. And that's okay. It's okay to seek out that. And then if you are a seasoned writer and you're just not feeling it at the moment, you're just having like writer's block, step away, listen to another beat, and then come back to it.
Okay.
So on the flip side, so if it's someone that's not a seasoned writer, maybe, you know, you're trying to get into it, you know, trying to find your groove or whatever, and you're really just not feeling it, and you know that you have to come up with something, then I would reach out and maybe get a writer on board so that you can feed off of that creative energy,
right?
You know, or feed off of, maybe they might say a lyric and it might spark something in your brain like, oh, okay, I do have something I can write or add to that, and then it can be a collaboration. But if you are a seasoned writer and you know you're just having, you know, a little brain fart roadblock, take a step back. I'm not promoting, but get you a glass of wine and come back.
Not a glass of wine, child. Just get it together, child. Get it together. And last but not least, I gotta do it like I do it. In the world of Cali Alexandria, she cool with that. It's out on all streaming platforms and the visuals available. Please, for those who don't know, let them know where they can find you at in the world of www.shethatgirl.
My website is
Let them know.
My website is in my bio. Go to my website. You will find the merch that I'm wearing now. The
cool with that
shirt. We also have the flower shirt. We have the Nobody's Dusty Sun shirt, because Diamond clearly told me in the video, don't let nobody's dusty sun play with you. We have the Nobody's Dusty Sun shirt. We have hats coming soon. So check me out on my website. You'll find the video, all the music that's streaming, you'll find on there. And you might find some other cool surprises coming up really soon too. So keep an eye on the website. I'll make sure that I post frequently to let all of my fans know what's going on with me and stay up to date with you guys. What else?
Nothing, because I need an outfit for the power shoot. I need an outfit for Cinco de Mayo when you on stage. Cause I can make you love me. I'll be cool with that. Y'all don't. I don't think y'all understand what this song has done for my life. So I'm gonna tell you a personal story. So I'm back in the dating scene, right? On this road to 40, being old. I understand the importance of living life abundantly and the importance of sharing that life abundantly with someone, right? So, okay. So going through that, in this track, I had to find my space of where I'm cool with that. And a song that my friend wrote out of her place of finding forced me to walk into my place of finding. So understand that for this one, for this go round, it's not a song, it's not just a track, it's none of that. What it is, it's a point in time for people to walk in purpose, meet what it is they are trying to find, and figure out where they sit in that space, because these three words mean more in this moment in time than any others. And with that said, I, as DiamondKesawn, and her, as Cali, Alexandria, we task you with one thing and one thing only. Find that place. And in that place, ask yourself, can you be cool with that? I love you to life, Cali, Alexandria.
I love you so, so, so very much.
Cool.
I love
Y'all hit the link in her bio. Go to her website. So much is already there. So much more is coming. I don't want a calendar. The merchandise is there. Yo, we do it up. And y'all know I don't do this often, but for her, I'm cool with that. We back at it. Until next time, y'all be blessed. Bye, Cali.
Bye.